We're back with the head coach of the Trine Thunder, Troy Abbs. Coach, how are you?
Doing great.
Well, it's been a bye week since we played, but I do want to go back to that nice, convincing road win against Olivet. Your defensive playmakers stepped up. They forced 4 turnovers in that game, and I know that's important on the road.
Oh, it really is. I mean, anytime you can force 4 turnovers, you should win the game. And the defense really stepped up and played extremely well in the first half, and was pretty dominant most of the day. And then offensively, we backed it up with a very impressive run game.
Kyle Naif with the scoop and the score, and playmakers make plays. That's the reason that they get the publicity and the notoriety, is that in big moments they step up, and to be there to make that play, to score a defensive touchdown. I know your staff's got to be thrilled with that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and we challenged the defense to score. Going into that game, it seems like it was forever ago, but in football time it was forever ago, being 2 weeks ago. But Jamon did a great job getting in there to force the sack and fumble, and Kyle was nearby. And next thing we know, touchdown Thunder.
The Thunder rolls. So Kyron Pearson, 44-yard touchdown run for him on a reception, and he's another guy on the offensive side of the ball that has made plays as one of your young guys. He's an exciting player too.
He is, and we have a ton of weapons offensively, and it's guys, when guys step up when it's their turn, when they're called on to make that big play, that's put us in position to win some games against some really good competition this year.
I want to ask you about your young offensive line, because that's been an area of growth that we've talked about, an opportunity for your team to get better. And you look up and ho-hum, another 140 yards for Zane Kirby. He doesn't do that alone. I know the offensive line is helping. Are they showing the kind of steady improvement you were looking for early in the season?
Our offensive line has really improved each week,
right,
both in their knowledge of the scheme and of their technique, and I think that really shows. And there's a huge difference in the speed of high school football and college. Mekhi Simmons is our starting center, and he played in the Metropolitan League in Indianapolis. It's one of the best high school football leagues in the country. And one day I asked him, Mekhi, how different is small college football than high school football for you as far as the speed of everything going on around you? Because he's on the field with a lot of Division I players and everything else, playing in that conference coming from Carmel High School. And he said, Coach, it's not even close. It's so much faster here. It's unbelievable. So just that adjustment. And I think you've seen that from our younger offensive linemen as we've gone from week to week. And we've gotten some guys healthy and back in the mix after missing the beginning of the season. A guy like Latrell Lapsley, who is very sudden and can get up on linebackers quickly and has a lot of power against the defensive linemen. So getting those guys back and improving our knowledge and our technique has been huge for our run game, as well as the great job Alex has done in putting us in great run plays, whether we're checking it at the line of scrimmage or he's reading it. We'll give him a linebacker, a defensive lineman, a defensive end, a safety to read to put us in the best possible run play after the snap. And he's very good at computing that information that the defense gives and putting us in the right run play.
Bye week, it comes at a good time. Sometimes you wish, oh man, we're playing so well. Nice to keep the momentum. But I know every coach at least appreciates a chance to get people healthy and rest a little bit. What was the bye week like for you guys this year?
Well, you said it. The greatest ability in the game of football is availability, right? So we were able to take advantage of an extra week of really pulling down the number of reps that some of our banged up guys received during the week of practice. We identified some situations that we needed to get better at, both offensively, defensively, and in a kicking game, and really spent time working on those elements that we need to improve.
So Kalamazoo comes in with a record of 1-6. They lost last week to Albion, 49-0. They have struggled this year at times, but I know you don't take anybody lightly, surely not Kalamazoo at home this week. What do you guys have to focus on to take care of business here at home?
Well, I have all the respect in the world for Jamie Zorbo, the head coach of Kalamazoo. I think he's a very, very good football coach. Everything that they do tactically, X and O's wise, is very, very sound. and that's been a mark of his team since he took over quite a long time ago. We've got to play our game. We've got to play the game of football, not necessarily an opponent. We've got to play our game of football, do our job, know our job, do our job, and not just do it, but do it with aggression. We talked about before practice the entire week. Are you just going to do practice, or are you going to attack practice? And it's the mentality that you have. And we want to have fun. We want to have a good time. But we've got to stay focused. We've got to continue to improve each and every day that we go out on the practice field if we want to be champions. So, the goal is to attack every day at practice and do our job and learn from the film to take care of our deficiencies. And if we can do that, then we'll play for a championship at the end of the season.
It's the heart of the MIAA season. Coach Abbs, home game with Kalamazoo this week. Best of luck to you and your team.
Thanks a lot. Go Thunder.